But I'm just here to explain the first team that I use in the battle, and this is the Trick Room Terrain Pulse Clawitzer team. It's meant to be kind of a funny. Since I drafted a bunch of terrain teams, I plan on using terrains very often. So this first one uses electric terrain. Unfortunately, I didn't bring Raichu for this one because this is meant to be a slow Trick Room team. So it leads with well, it doesn't lead with it necessarily, but Porygon is on the team, and you know, just EV like Porygon 2. I have nothing to say about this. It's just Porygon 2. It's especially defensive, and then Discharge, Recover, Ice Beam, Trick Room. I didn't give it Thunderbolt because I wanted Discharge to status things, which was probably a mistake, because honestly, paralyzing people in Trick Room is, you know, kind of small brain, but whatever. I wanted Discharge. So yeah, plus Discharge works in the electric terrain, boosting it, and then, you know, obviously Download can give it a great special attack even though I have no investment, so it's just a good defensive Pokemon that sets up Trick Room. That's basically its purpose, and it can still do some damage if it has to. Pincurchin's next. It's just Terrain Extender, because I'm kind of meant to keep the Electric Surge as much as possible. Yeah, Rising Voltage, Surf, Spikes, Thunder Wave. It's kind of meant to be a lead if I need to. These two are really the main leads, or Cinderace. And then I can just, you know, I can paralyze, which obviously in Trick Room is small brain, but like, I wanted to paralyze things, okay? Rising Voltage, Surf, Spikes, Thunder Wave. And then we got Cinderace next with Power Ball, Sucker Punch, U-Turn, Torque Change. I made sure it was Boots. I was thinking of going Banned, but I wanted Boots instead for this because I don't have any way to clear hazards, and since he has stuff like Seismitoad, Toxapex, and Alolan Ninetales, I can steal the Aurora Veil or their whatever toxic spikes they set up and stuff like that. I really wish I drafted something with Rapid Spin or Defog, but I'm stupid, so I didn't. But this is the closest thing I have to that, so I needed Cinderace to be able to clear the hazards for me. Next is Clawitzer. It's the Clawitzer. It's just Specs, Flip Turn, Aura Sphere, Water Pulse, Terrain Pulse. I got Aura Sphere because I didn't really need Dark Pulse for this guy's team. Or Dragon Pulse. Well, Dragon Pulse kind of sucks, but I didn't need Dark Pulse or Ice Beam, really. He's not really weak to either of those, or Shadow Ball, so I just decided to run with Aura Sphere as my last one because it helps take care of the Obstagoon, which might be a threat, and also I needed some kind of coverage move, because with just Terrain Pulse and Water Pulse and Electric Terrain, I can't hit that Seismitoad, so I needed something else. Ice Beam would have worked as well, but it doesn't get Mega Launcher boosted, and I want Mega Launcher moves, okay? Flip Turn to help it pivot, and then, you know, it's Specs. It's meant to be slow as possible so that it can work in the Trick Room. That's how most of this team is, except for Cinderace. Because Cinderace is just my non-Trick Room Pokemon. It's Sucker Punch so that it works in Trick Room as well. Then we have mixed defensive Clefable, mostly defensive, kind of. I didn't want to fully invest in defense, but I needed it to be slightly defensive because most of the main threats on his team were physical. That really bothered me, so I needed some kind of specially defensive. Hold on, where's the thing? I need to pull up the team so I can bring examples. Dugtrio, Hawlucha, and Obstagoon I was really worried about because I don't really have a Dark Resist, so I mean, I have Conk, but I'm still worried about Obstagoon as a threat, so I needed something that was defensive and could stop stuff like that, at least a little bit. I probably should have just gone full investment into defensive, but I'm greedy, so I wanted some special defense, because, you know, just because. And then it's just a normal garbage Clefable set where you just wish teleport onto things. It's not fun to play against, but hey, I'm trying to win here, what can I say? Magic Guard so it doesn't take, so it doesn't take hazard damage or toxic or whatever. And then, because I did consider going Unaware, but, you know, I felt like I needed a bit more protection from hazards since, like I said, I don't have a Defogger or Rapid Spinner, so I needed some way to just constantly be able to pivot, because I have 3 Pokemon with pivot moves on the team, on this team specifically, so I needed some way to minimize the damage that I take from hazards, which I knew would be common in these games. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh, yeah, I did consider Unaware because of stuff like Hawlucha and Volcarona, but I felt like this team was equipped to deal with those. Because, you know, Obstagoon, obviously, I have Conk and Clefable to deal with. I had Clefable and, you know, Trick Room to deal with Hawlucha, and then Pincurchin. So I felt like I was in a good spot, and I didn't really need the Unaware as much as I needed the Magic Guard. And then we have Conk, who's, you know, it's Trick Room Conk. It's just big damage, big slow. Guts Flame Orb because it does hella damage, and then Drain Punch, Facade, Mach Punch, Knockoff. That's kind of a standard moveset, I feel. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, and we'll just go into the first game. And, yeah. I'm starting this assuming that later I go over the team, but, yeah, okay. This is about what I expected to see. I did have a bunch of electric types, so Seismitoad or Dugtrio was given. So, I think it's pretty safe to just lead with Pincurchin, but I do want to try to set up Trick Room early, but it might be too obvious. So I think, if anything, I'll go into... because if he leads Toxapex, then I can just Rising Voltage it, and if he leads Mew, I might just click Rising Voltage anyway, in case he taunts me, because I don't want to go into Porygon into Mew, because he'll use Taunt, which could be really bad. So I think I'm just going to lead with, I think leading with Pincurchin is a good idea. Yeah, Mew. Okay. So, I'm just gonna click Rising Voltage because I don't want to get taunted. He might use, like, Setup or something, but I'm expecting it to just be, like, a defensive support Mew. I mean, I'm not really sure what Sliggoo's purpose is. I'm actually genuinely surprised he brought it. Yeah, okay, he's just gonna leave. Is he gonna go into Seismitoad? Yes. Alright. That's fair. I really shouldn't have done that, but I didn't want him to taunt me, or even if I went for Surf, it wasn't going to do anything, and I'm glad I didn't reveal it. So Seismitoad's kind of a problem for me, but I think he's probably just going to click like Toxic, which I could just go into Clef here. He might just click Toxic or Earthquake, so I don't really want Porygon to be toxic yet, so we're gonna go straight into Clefable. I'm mixed defensive. Yeah, Stealth Rocks. I'm mixed defensive, so it should be fine to take a move like Earthquake. I'm actually gonna teleport out here, in case he switches, and if he doesn't, then I get a free switch. Let's put the timer on, just cause. I really needed to find a chance to go into, I need to find a chance to go into Porygon so I can set up Trick Room. If he goes into something bad for Porygon, like Mew, I'll go into Cinderace instead and just core change the rocks back. Yep, there's Mew. Alright, that's fine. He definitely has Taunt, I think, so I'm just gonna go into Cinderace and Court Change. I mean, he could be, like, Dragon Dance, Close Combat. He only went for U-turns so far, so I'm not really sure if he has Taunt, but he might have gone into this to set up on it, so I don't want Porygon to get set up on either. I mean, Trick Room would be fine, because I can Trick Room and then go into, like, Conk. I'm pretty sure Conk's knockoff would kill this Mew. So I'm gonna go into Cinderace and Court Change. That might be a bad idea, because if he does have Dragon Dance... But if I go into Porygon, I might be able to just discharge even if he has Taunt. You know, let's find out if he's defensive or not. Let's find out. I'm gonna click Trick Room, and if that fails, then I can just click Discharge. I don't think it's that big a deal. If he's defensive, he shouldn't be able to really touch Porygon. I might get Toxic, but I don't see that as too much of an issue here. I think I should have run Teleport. I don't really need Ice Beam. But, I mean, Ice Beam helps against Sliggoo, but the rest of his draft team in general wasn't really weak to Ice Beam, so I didn't think I really needed it, but I don't know. I kind of want to give Porygon Teleport. Toad. Okay, that's fine. Good thing I didn't go for Discharge. Now we can, I don't want to stay in because he probably is toxic. So we're going to go into Clef again, because I don't think he really can touch me, and then I can teleport into either Klotz or Pincurchin. I mean, I kind of do need Ice Beam, because otherwise I can't touch Seismitoad or Dugtrio, but but then I might be useless. It might put me in a terrible corner, so I think it's fine. We're just going to teleport out here, and I'm going to go into Klotzer? And then I can click Water Pulse. I can feign that I'm going to click Terrain Pulse or something. Crap, this Seismitoad's really bad for this team. So I think what I'm going to do is teleport into Conkeldurr. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting not bringing Raichu into this Seismitoad, but it's okay. I didn't think about how weak this team is to this Pokemon. I can't use Water Pulse or Terrain Pulse right now, so okay, it's just an Earthquake, that's fine. I'm gonna leave and then go into... I guess the only thing I really can go into is Conk. My team's so weak to this. Yeah, Conk it is. And then I can click Drain Punch. Is Facade stronger? I think it is. Yeah, Facade is stronger, and he's gonna expect a fighting move anyway, so I'm just gonna... Actually, let's just knock. I have no reason not to knock. Hawlucha's in the back is a huge problem for me, but I think I just need to play around it and make sure I don't get destroyed. Hex, okay, perfect. That's fine. There goes the Black Sludge. That did 37. I don't think he's defensive, otherwise I feel like that wouldn't have done that much. He's probably just going to use like Baneful Bunker and try to stall out the Trick Room, but I'm going to click Facade anyway. Okay, good, that did good damage. Spikes. And another Facade, because he doesn't have a resist. Actually, is he fast? Yeah, he's faster. He's just going to recover, but... no, actually, if he recovers, that's really bad. He slightly outstalls me, but I think... I mean, Facade has higher PP, so I can just keep clicking Facade. There's not really a downside to it. Except that I'm slowly dying to burn. Yeah, he's just gonna sack it. Perfect, I don't want Toxapex in here anyway. Alright, I need to get Incinerate and send these spikes back. Hawlucha, great, that's bad. He's gonna Sky Attack me. So I think I'm going to go into Pincurchin. I mean, even if he does Sky Attack, I'm gonna take a lot of damage from that, no matter what. But, guess I could just try Pincurchin. I don't want Conk to just get murked from this, because then he's gonna get his Unburden. Yeah, we're going to Pincurchin, kind of just sack it, and then we'll go into Clef, because he can't really touch it. And I'm just gonna Thunder Wave because this thing's dead anyway. Okay. Well, he lost his Unburden boost, so I'm not really sure why he U-turned. But okay. I'm actually fine with that. I can, hopefully he doesn't go into Seismitoad. If he doesn't, then I can go into Clefairy or Cinderace and just Core Change. Good thing I brought the Boots version. Volcarona. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go into Cinderace. I don't know if he'd set up on my Cinderace. I don't think he would, but I'm gonna go into Cinderace anyway. And hope that he doesn't. I'm gonna Core Change these. He saw that on Boots, so he might just expect a Core Change. Maybe I should just Pyro Ball. Yeah, let's just Pyro Ball. I don't want this thing Quiver Dancing. If it gets a free Quiver Dance, that's really bad. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can kill him with a Sucker Punch. Because, is he faster? Yeah, he's faster. So we're gonna Sucker Punch. He can't avoid the Sucker Punch even if he Quiver Dances 6 times, so I'm just gonna keep clicking it. If anything, he might use it to get a free switch, but if I let this Volcarona run rampant, that would be really bad. Okay, I just had to make sure I was Libero, not Blaze. I've definitely made that mistake before. Don't want to make it here. Perfect. Goodbye, Volcarona. Oh my lord, you're joking. Oh well, Cinderace is worthless now. Not completely worthless, but it's not good. If he goes into... I think this is a great chance for him to go into Hawlucha and Swords Dance. Unless this is Dragon Dance, which I hope it's not. We're just gonna Core Change now. He's Taunt. Perfect. Cool. Now I'm gonna leave. Kind of a strange taunt. I was faster than him, but whatever. Maybe he didn't expect me to attack. Maybe he thought I'd Sucker Punch and then Core Change or something. I don't know. That's still good damage. We can keep Cinderace. I'm not gonna sack it until I need to. This is a great chance to go into Clotzer and just click Terrain Pulse. Well, actually, no, it's not, because he's gonna just go straight into Toad. I could bait the Toad by going into Clotzer and then switching with Flip Turn, but he has Water Absorb, so there's no point in Flip Turning either. God, I hate this thing. So we'll go into Conk, I think. I mean, he might have Psychic. I don't really want to get Psychics. Let's go into this. Poison Jab. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, good thing I didn't go into Clef. Good thing I know that. Let's go for the... I really should Trick Room, not Discharge, but he might expect me to Trick Room, so I'm just gonna Discharge. I don't want to get taunted. Okay, alright. Don't flinch. Thank you. Mew's gone. Good. And now we have Spikes and Toxaspikes up. He can't get rid of them now, perfect. So that's a great way to beat Toad. And then if I need to heal Porygon, which I won't because he's in this, I can just recover now. I can recover, and then I'm gonna Trick Room. Ow. That's fine. We Trick Room here, and then we go into, I guess I could just go into Conk, because the Trick Room's up, so I'm not really scared of Hawlucha. He's probably gonna expect me. If he switches straight into Hawlucha, actually I think that's still fine, because I can just Facade. Sliggoo. Alright, great. I'm gonna Drain Punch here, I need some health back. Actually, I should knock. Wait, what am I talking about? Knock. Drain Punch would be a terrible idea. I need to get rid of the Eevee. This thing's kind of fat. Hold on, actually, how fat? Sliggoo is actually fairly tanky. Did I already knock this? No, I didn't, so that's great. And then I can Mach Punch, because it doesn't matter. He's dead. Am I faster? Oh, I'm definitely faster. So I can just Drain Punch. I don't need to Mach Punch. In comes Sliggoo while he wastes the Trick Room. I'm gonna Drain Punch. Actually, wait. I keep saying that I'm gonna Drain Punch, but it's better than Knock, I think. Oh, it just dies? Damn. Okay. This thing's an issue because he might Swords Dance on me, and it's really bad that Cinderace is burned. If he Swords Dance, well, let's just click Facade, because if he Swords Dance, he'll get murdered, and if he has to kill me, right? Yeah, he has to kill me. There's no way he can Swords Dance. So now I can just go into, I can go into Clef because he's not super threatening yet. But I'm gonna go into Clawitzer and just click Water Pulse. I didn't really get to use Clawitzer this time because of Seismitoad was just looming in the back the whole time. But I'm still glad I had it. That did crazy damage. Land Specs. Specs quiet. Great, so that's game 1. On to game 2.
Hey, do you have Discord? Wow, me too. You should join mine.